Welcome to Middle Class Matters, Business News in English from Dr. CMA Allegation. Adani Group updates. Conflict of interest plea was filed in Supreme Court for fresh panel on Adani probe. Supreme Court has appointed and monitored investigation committee to look into the Adani Group stock manipulation and accounting fraud, which has been alleged by the Hindenburg report. But the panel which was formed by the Supreme Court had people with conflicting interest, which has been brought out by Anamika Jaiswal, an advocate, on behalf of Prashant Bhushan, a Supreme Court leading PIL advocate, in an application to Supreme Court that there was conflict of interest in the members of the Supreme Court panel which was appointed by it. The panel member, Mr. O.P. Bhatt, who was the chairman of State Bank of India, former chairman of State Bank of India, was appointed as banking expert in this group, was working with Greenco as chairman, and he is closely dealing with Adani Group since March 2022 through this Greenco company, through Adani Group Facilities India entity. And the CBI is also investigating on Mr. O.P. Bhatt in the wrongdoing in dispersing loans to Vijay Mallya, since O.P. Bhatt was SBI chairman between 2006 and to 2011. So that means that O.P. Bhatt has not written to Supreme Court Chief Justice saying that I have a CBI inquiry against me and I am presently working as chairman of a Greenco of a company called Greenco, and which is dealing with Adani Group. This conflict of interest must have been brought out by Mr. O.P. Bhatt, in spite of his bringing this information to Supreme Court panel, Supreme Court judges who have appointed this panel. If it asked him to continue, if he had continued, then it is not a problem. But he has not brought out this fact to the Supreme Court judges who have appointed him to this committee. The second member, Mr. Kamath, was chairman of ICICI Bank from 1996 to 2009, and he was non-executive chairman in the period in which the loans were extended to Videocon group of companies. And CBI has already filed an FIR including his name in the ICICI Bank fraud case of CEO Chanda Kochar for the loan sanctioned to Videocon Group when she was CEO, and the loans has become bad. Kamath was non-executive chairman and the loans were approved, which he was member of the committee that sanctioned or approved the loans. Again, Mr. Kamath was also concealed the fact that there is a CBI FIR against him. The CBI has investigated him in the FIR filed against Chanda Kochar, and he was member of the group which has approved the loans to Videocon Group, which has become bad. And this fact has also not been, he should have written a letter to the Supreme Court judges asking their permission. Still, am I eligible to work in this panel or not? The third, the advocate Sundaresan was represented Adani Group, including in SEBI board. The advocate senior advocate who has been appointed to assist this committee has also not brought out the fact that he was defending Adani Group in so many cases, and he has defended Adani Group in SEBI in the SEBI matters also. yeah, yeah, a notice which has that is a case which has been settled by SEBI is having his name as the representative advocate of Adani Group. So all these three people have concealed the fact that they are part of the they are in some way or the other they are connected with the Adani Group, and they have not brought out. So hence, in view of this, the investigation may or may not have prejudice. But still, if they would have brought out to the Supreme Court, and if the Supreme Court still expressed its faith in their say the straightforwardness or their impartiality, and if they continued as member in the group, in the Supreme Court group, and they have given the report, then the report will have more value in the public domain than they are not bringing out the fact to the Supreme Court. On September 11th, another application was filed that SEBI also concealed several facts and previous investigation to Supreme Court. Apart from this, the another application has been filed that saying that SEBI has also concealed a lot of facts from the Supreme Court so that they can come to a meaningful conclusion in the case of the say Adani Group matters. Anyway, let's see on October 14th, the matter has been listed in Supreme Court. What the Supreme Court decides, let us see. Various arguments will come in favor or against this conflict of interest of all these three individuals, and the SEBI also how it is not bringing out all the facts to the Supreme Court before the investigations are carried out. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends as knowledge sharing. Thanks for watching.